Hi YuGiTube, this is Fox from Team 1000 Years of Pain, ATYP, with a Madolche deck profile for you. We're going to have another video going over its combos, but let's just jump right in. I run 14 creatures in this deck. The first creature, I run 3 Madolche Mufel. It is the Marauding Captain of the deck. Simple enough effect. When it's normal summon, you get special summon another Madolche. Next card, I run 3 Madolche YuGiOh. Simple enough effect as well. When it is special summoned and there's a beast on the field, you get a look through your deck for a Madolche spell or trap added to your hand. The next one is the main searcher of the deck. You got 3 Madolche Madolche. Simple effect again. When she is normal summoned, you go ahead and search through your deck for any Madolche monster and add it to your hand. I run 2 Madolche Croissant. Call it the dog. Simple effect. Target one Madolche card other than this card on the field. Return that card to the hand. This card gains 1 level and 300 attack. It's a permanent gain. I tech in 1 Madolche Pudding Cess. Most Madolche decks don't run Pudding Cess, and I sometimes side her out if she's not being useful in the first round. But when she goes into battle calculation, she blows up a card. She gains 800 attack for if there's no creatures in the graveyard, so she works pretty well for the deck. And the final card I also tech in is 2 Battle Fader. Simple enough, if your opponent declares it a direct attack, you special summon Battle Fader and end the battle step. Well, like I said, we're going to go over combos in another video, but that is the monsters for the deck. On to the spells. I run 12 spells in this deck. Since I am running Madolches, I run 3 Madolche Chateau. When it's played, return all Madolches from the graveyard back to the deck. 500 attack for all Madolches on the field, and any Madolche that would go back to the deck after it was activated returns to the hand and can return to the hand instead. That is a choice, by the way. Next, I play Madolche Ticket. Simple enough. If a Madolche card is returned from the graveyard to the deck, from the graveyard to the hand, from the field to the hand, you get a search for another Madolche card added to your hand. If there's a fairy on the field, you get special summon that Madolche, so pretty badass effect there. I prefer 3 first round. I'll side out for 2 sometimes. The next card I play 2 Pots of Duality. Simple enough. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose 1, add it to your hand, shuffle the others in, and you do not get a special summon that turn. I think it's pretty balanced. It works pretty well with Magdalene, but like I said, I'll go over the combos later. Next, I run 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. Again, very simple card. Select 1 spell trap card on the field and destroy it. I prefer 2 in the deck. When you start out, I do have a 3rd one on my side. Next card I play is 1 Dark Hole. They need the protection. They also need the ability to wipe the field, because if you can't wipe the field, well, it's hard for the Madolches to bat or keep down some creatures that have pretty high attacks unless you have the field Chateau on the field. So Dark Hole does help if you can't go into Tiramisu. And the last spell I play is Heavy Storm. I do like Heavy Storm because I usually hold on to it until I have either another Chateau or Ticket in the hand. Also, Heavy Storm helps out if I'm going to try to push for game. I don't run Monster Reborn in the deck. I've tried it with Monster Reborn and it has been a dead draw sometimes. So, alright, on to traps. I run 2 Madolche Paloozas. It's kind of like a Rekindling. You get a special summon as many Madolches from your hand to the field as you can, and since Madolche's Chateau and Madolche Ticket, you keep pretty good number of Madolches in your hand. So it works pretty well, and they return to the deck at the end of the turn. So you do get Ticket's effect off of them. Next, Ultimate Offering. I run this for the Magdalene loop. I also run it because there are times where you have so many Madolches in your hand, you can go OTK without Magdalene, so it works out pretty well. Also, it baits MSTs, so. Next, I run 2 Bottomless Trap Holes. You want to keep their monsters off the field especially their high attack monsters. So Bottomless Trap Hole removes them, and it works rather well in the deck. I don't see why you wouldn't run it. Next, I run 2 Solemn Warnings. I know a lot of people have been liking to run 1. I've seen 1 in a lot of decks, but 2 works really well for this deck for the simple fact that, like I said, you want to keep their monsters off the field. Next, I run 2 Mirror Forces. Mirror Force, very simple. Destroys all attack position monsters if an attack was declared, and also negates the declared attack. I know I kind of messed up that wording there, but everybody should know what Mirror Force does. No point not to run it in this deck. You need the protection because the cat is very weak and it usually just sits out there in attack mode. Next, I run 3 Fiendish Chains. I don't run Effective ALR in the deck, so Fiendish Chain is needed. Very simple. It can stop attacks and it stops effects, so it works rather well. And the last trap I run is 2 The Huge Revolution is Over. It stops Dark Hole, stops Heavy Storm, stops Torrential, stops Mirror Forces. Overall, all around good card, I think, for the deck. Huge Revolution's Over is pretty much like a Starlight Road. If a card that would destroy 2 or more cards on the field is activated, you get to activate Huge Revolution, but you get to banish the card instead of destroy it. So it gets rid of those pesky Judgment Dragons, and I do have like 3 people that play Lightsworns in my locals. So, alright, on to the extra deck. I'm going to start with the extra deck first. Rank 3s, 1 string, sorry for the glare, 3000 beat stick, pretty much. Next, 1 Zen Mains. Very simple. It's for the defense tactic. Don't use it that much, but you do use it if you're in a bind. Madolches get bad hands sometimes, so that can stall for you. Next is M-X-SABER INVOKER. INVOKER is very simple. Go into them a lot, actually. If they leave a level 4 Madolche on the field, they regret it. Next is Tempo. Very good card for Exceed heavy decks. I like them. I don't want to go into them too much. Giga Brilliant for that extra little oomph Madolches need because they are low attack creatures. Maestro. Maestro is very simple. He doesn't die if he has Exceed materials, and he can book a moon. Papyroperative. Easy rank 4 that gets materials in the graveyard very simple, very easily. That helps Queen. Also, it changes defense to attack, which can help for OTKs. I run 3 Queen Tiramisus. I run 3 because I don't have a cowboy. If you don't know what Tiramisu does, is you select 2 Madolches in the graveyard, add them back to the deck, shuffle 2 cards on your opponent's side of the field back into the deck. It does work if Chateau is on the field. A lot of people argue with me about that, but they have ruled it does work. Next is Fairy King. 2300 attacker, detach material. All non-earth creatures lose 500 attack. Very easy, very good for Queen. She gets materials in the graveyard fast. Next is Shockmaster. Everybody should know what Shockmaster does. Detach material, call spell trap magic. Can't activate it till the end of your opponent's next turn. Now, next, Gemini Pearl. I just use this really to beat face, to be honest with you. That's really it. I'm probably going to change them out for something. I had a Utopia in there, but I just didn't like them in there. Next, Adris. Detach material, blow something up. Great card. And Tiras. Does battle, blow something up. Isn't affected by spells and traps. Good card. Also rank 5, which is the dog and the queen. Don't normally go into them, but it's good to have options. Now to the extra deck. I run 1 Smashing Ground, sometimes just for that extra destruction sometimes. I run 2 Prohibitions. Prohibition's pretty much good for every deck, so I don't see why not to have it in the side deck. I run my 3rd MST. Ooh. Just in case they are playing Macros. I usually side into it game 2 because they side in that Macros. Along with the MST, I run 1 Dust Tornado. I used to run 2, but 1's good for the side, just in case they side in Macros. Next, I have 1 chain disappearance. When I get another one, I'll probably put it at 2. Everybody should know what that does. Good against mini decks now. I know it's a little redundant, but I run 2 torrential tributes. A lot of people don't like running torrential tributes with Madolches, but they do get the field cleared pretty often. So torrential tribute to clear your opponent's field is not bad. It also sends creatures to the grave, which can help, and you can always play field to put them back in the deck. 2 Imperial Iron Walls for the D prisons and the macro rabbit, to be honest with you. 1 light imprisoning mirror. I like light imprisoning mirror. It's cool. It helps. Don't usually draw into it, but it helps. 1 shadow imprisoning mirror. You don't play any darks, so it helps too. Well, unless you want to count the extra, but you can always not play them. I play 2 summon limits. Very simple. It screws over a lot of decks. You can only summon twice a turn. Madolches can play around that, because unlike a lot of top tier decks, their little creatures can become big because of the field. And then I play, for the final card, 1 Gores. I'll side Gores in only if they have a lot of spell and trap destruction, and I find it hard to keep my field on my field and my ticket on the field. So Gores is pretty good for the deck too. By the way, that other card behind Gores is a token, so I don't want to hear people saying I'm running 16 cards in the extra deck. Well, we're going to have another video describing the combos for the deck. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and support the team. If we get enough followers, we probably will start doing stuff, you know, like giveaways, competitions, prizes, stuff like that. But thank you, YouTube. You have a good day.